Okay, here we are after today's rainstorm. I'm waiting to get a certified letter from my landlord about why I can't pay rent in full during COVID. And here I am after more than a year of having leaky windows in my unit where I have to close my store and put plastic in front of all my windows, sopping wet. These are all sopping wet. These are what Sophie and I used yesterday to clean up all the water out of the windows, and we wiped all of the water that had landed on this artisan's beautifully framed artwork. All of his pieces were on this table, which is more than a foot back. I've never had water come that far before. It's just sort of peered out from the window panes before, but now, as of yesterday, it's also spewing out of those panes as well, which made them project down onto my artisan's artwork. And let's see what else we got going on today. Replacing these windows has not been a priority. That's pretty clear. 3 management companies, and I'm getting a certified letter about not paying rent because I haven't been responsive. They want a proposal for me. Well, why don't you refer back to the letter that I wrote to the management company representing the owners a couple of months ago, which was pretty clear and detailed with my request and a plan, and I never got a response. Just a request to write the letter to the owner, which I guess is confusing me because it took a lot of courage and effort just to write the letter that I did write, and it never got a response until supposedly now. Look, I had to move artwork that's for sale in my store. This painting's for sale for $35,000. It's by artist Timothy Schools, who has artwork in the New York Public Library. I'm looking for his program, which kind of details. Here it is. This is another one of Timmy's paintings that I had to move away from the water that's spewing out of my windows here at 305 Commercial Street. This is the artist. This is the artist in 1993 when he handed Nelson Mandela a painting at the White House. Here's Timothy. He's a good friend of mine, trying to help me with my store here at 305 Commercial Street by putting his artwork here on consignment. And here's some examples of his other works. But again, I saved it yesterday from getting drenched from the lack of effort or urgency on management and the owner's part to keep my space and my property safe. And I was very current on my rent up until October of 2020. I opened my store 2 months later than I anticipated because finally the owners and the new property managers acknowledged that the floors were subpar and not acceptable for retail space. So, I never asked for any concessions back then. But to think that I can have leaky windows like this after more than a year, and then during COVID, when the whole world has stopped and retail has all but stopped, and you have the nerve to threaten me for not paying rent. I'd love to know how much subsidy you got, because I'll tell you I got squat. And I need you to have a little skin in the game too. And I've been very patient, but I would appreciate a response to my original proposal. This is Mary Sawyer of Dream Big Incorporated, doing business as Southern Maine 3D and Old Port Garden and Gifts. This is my legal response.